Hey everybody, Miranda Sullivan here. I want to chat with you today. Of course, I'm a manifesting mentor and I help transform what's going on within into butterflies, into peace, into serenity, into love, into forgiveness, into thriving, all the things that we desire in life. But if we're holding on to a bunch of negative stuff, it holds us back, right? Because we are energy. We are systems that are here manifesting what it is that we desire, right? And we evolve. So it changes and it changes and it changes as we keep wanting something different for ourselves. And it's okay to want something different for ourselves. So I was just watching this video and it was fascinating about a line going around an ant and a spider. And how many times do we paint lines within our own minds of our limits, right? So what limits are you putting on yourself? So a good example for me was a limit that I was having in myself was I've always worked for somebody else, or I was an independent contractor and I knew how to create my income, right? And I felt pretty safe about it. But then when I started doing this, it's been an interesting journey to really learn how to do this. And I actually threw a lot of things out that I already knew. I'm realizing that I'm putting back into place into my business because I've been intentionally manifesting for 25 years and I've learned how to be really good at not trying to figure out how it's going to come in, because the universe has got it, and you will get inspired to get up and go do something. You will get inspired to not invite somebody else because you want to spend individual time with those people because something else is going to happen, or money comes in, unexpected money. I mean, there's all different kinds of things that, yeah, like I was just talking last night about, I was going out to this songwriting event and it was late at night. I was getting out there. I was in a lot of grief back then because that's before I had transformed a lot of stuff. And I really, really wanted to stay the night. But I didn't know how I could do that. But I didn't focus on that. I just focused on the fact that I really, really wanted to stay the night and how good it would feel. And they had these cute little cabins. And the next thing I knew, a couple of the songwriters decided to go home because they missed being home. They had been there all weekend and their cat was a little bit sick. So they just decided to give me the cabin for the night. So what lines are you drawing in the sand when you visualize what it is that you want? And what can you open up to? Now, if you go to mirandasullivan.com, you can get your best life meditation video when you sign up for my email list. So I would love for you to have a part of that, or you can go on YouTube and get it if you don't want to be on the list, because I don't want to draw lines in your sand, so to speak. And so anyhow, manifesting this vehicle that I wanted, been visualizing it for a year. And I was just watching back the video that I just created. And I'm like, okay, there's still a little bit of a line there, but that's okay. I mean, the vehicle I had, I only paid $3,500 for. It broke down. It had 170 some odd thousand miles on it. I knew when it broke down that I was ready for something new, and I had been wanting something new, but I wasn't prepared in my mind to go get it, which is funny. So I kept having this story about how could I do that? Because I've never been self-employed, and I kept comparing it to what I've used to done. How much do we do that, right? But then my neighbor went and got a new to them Land Rover, and I'm like, ooh, I love how that feels, and I want it. And I decided, this is always about it. I made up my mind. I was going that Saturday. A friend of mine was going to drop me off, be there for a little bit. I was only going to look at a couple vehicles, and I was coming home with a vehicle that I want. Now, it's not exactly what I had been visualizing in, but a lot like it. Okay, because I was thinking about BMW, I was thinking about maybe a Mercedes or stuff like that. So there is a little bit of line for me, and that's okay. I still came home with a Jeep that I absolutely love. It's got air conditioning, it's fully loaded, it's a 2020. I upgraded a lot, and I got the payment to where I wanted it to be. So it's okay. We're learning, we're growing, and eventually I will have the BMW or the Mercedes or whatever it is if I decide to get that, or a Lexus. But what I'm driving now is beautiful, and it's got all-wheel drive. So when I go up to Gatlinburg like I want to, I have that. So anyhow, write down a few of those lines or a few of those stories that you're telling yourself that may not be benefiting you anymore. Throw it away like the spider did. Throw it away like, so, okay, well, that's a limit. I don't want that limit anymore. Rewrite it for what you want it to be instead. Or just throw it away. It just depends on how you're holding it. I was able to just quit thinking what I was thinking and thinking about what I wanted instead. I thought about, okay, I'm going to go in there. It's going to work out either this time or another time. I did leave that open. It's like, okay, it's either going to work out this time or another time, but I'm getting a new vehicle. And I was just like, I knew how much I wanted to pay. I knew I didn't want a down payment. I knew that what I want it to be like, that I was going to look at a couple vehicles. I wasn't going to go look all over town. No, you can set. You can tell the universe, you can tell the universe what you want and how you want it, and let go of the rest and expect it, and it come in. And it did. It absolutely did. So we can manifest anything that we want. And sometimes when we're not manifesting things, it's because it's not really what we want. It's what other people may want us to have, or we think we should have, or whatever. So go to your heart space. Go to your heart space. You should be excited about it. You should be like, wow, that would be really cool. That really expected, like, excitement thing of like, wow, that would just really be cool, right? Because we're always learning, changing, and growing. So if you feel that this video would benefit somebody, please share it. But write down 3 things that are not benefiting you anymore, and let those go. Let go of that limitation. And then write down 3 things that you want, and really get into that space of what you really, really want. Because if you really, really want it, and you think about it, feel about it, know how good it is, don't try and figure out how it's going to come in. You'll know the action that you need to take. You'll know it. It just manifests. The person will show up. The idea will show up. So just focus on what you want, and it will come. It could even be better than what you think it is. I wanted another vehicle a long time ago, and my dad ended up buying it, and then he passed away, and I bought the vehicle, and I never could have planned it out that way, and that vehicle meant more to me than anything. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. But for the fact that my dad owned it first, I could have never figured that out. So allow the universe to help you figure it out. Let it orchestrate it. It's beautiful. Love y'all.